Moving on to Inter Miami, whose preseason world tour continues Monday with a visit to Al Hilal of the Saudi Pro League. That's Neymar's team, for those of you keeping track, even though he's out with injury. The Big Four all starting for Inter Miami, but they go behind in the 10th minute. Aleksandar Mitrovic making it 1-0 Al Hilal.
Yeah, Mitrovic right there with a good little interchange and play, good touch, and then look at this, making a meal of it here. Oh no, clear that.
3 minutes later, Abdullah Al-Hamdan on the rebound makes it 2-0 Al Hilal. 34th minute, Inter Miami breaking through. Julian Gressel finds Luis Suarez, who taps home.
No.
At first, they put the offside flag up, but help me, VAR.
No, Seb. What do you mean Julian Gressel finds? That's a defender that finds Luis Suarez. He's not offside.
So 2-1 at that point. Al Hilal had a third just before the half. The Brazilian, Michael.
Yeah, Drake Callender's going to want this one back. He goes chasing chickens there, finds nothing. I don't know what he was doing. Into an empty net goal.
Into the second half, Inter Miami attacking. David Ruiz draws the penalty. Lionel Messi converts it, 3-2.
Yeah, he was kind of nervous on this one, huh?
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
puts
Lionel
it
Messi
away.
nervous from the spot. 1 minute later, Inter Miami, it's Ruiz again to make it 3-3.
No. That's not Luis Suarez. That's Pablo. Pablo. Is it Pablo? No, that's Ruiz. I'm sorry, that's
David.
Ruiz. David Ruiz.
The 19-year-old Honduran international there makes it 3-3. Al Hilal, though, get a game winner in the 88th. Malcolm to make it 4-3.
Yeah, and you could see the Inter Miami back line. They're pleading with each other. You cannot give up that goal.
So Inter Miami go down to Al Hilal. There's lots of talk, lots of comparisons between Major League Soccer and the Saudi Pro League. Herc, what do you think? Did Inter Miami's defeat make MLS look bad here?
All right, context matters, right? It matters. It matters the context here that Inter Miami is in their preseason, the context that they're giving minutes to certain players, trying to build up to the regular season. Context matters, blah, 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 blah. It does not matter here for the rest of the world. The rest of the world won't know that Inter Miami are in their preseason, won't care that they're in their preseason even if they know. All they'll know is right now the talk is between the two leagues, Saudi Arabia versus Major League Soccer, Cristiano versus Messi. The Saudi Arabian stars versus the model that is Major League Soccer, and they're going to see a defeat. And I'll tell you what, this could have been bad. This could have been very bad because at one point, it looked like it was going to be a scandalous scoreline. Inter Miami does enough to come back within distance to make it respectable, but the rest of the world, all they're going to see is Inter Miami goes down again. Inter Miami goes down at the hands of Saudi Arabia.
Look, I don't think this makes MLS or Inter Miami look bad. Let's not forget, it was an MLS team that filled that stadium. Al Hilal averages around 27,000. The stadium was full, not because Al Hilal was playing, because Inter Miami and Lionel Messi and all his buddies were there. So let's give some credit where it's due. I also think if there's anything, Herc, that makes a league look bad, it's not what happens in games like this. It's players abandoning the league after taking tens of millions of dollars to go there, like we've seen now with Jordan Henderson, and like it sounds like Karim Benzema is talking about doing. That's what makes a league look bad, not a 4-3 loss when one team is playing its third game of the preseason and the other one's about to play in its AFC Champions League, all right? If there's something that did look bad here, Herc, it's Miami's defense, to your point about how things were going on early in the game. And remember what Sergio Busquets told us in Miami. That's the thing they got to figure out.
That's what they got to figure. That's what they had to figure out last year. And that's the one thing that I thought would be their downfall and ended up being just health was their downfall, but it was defensively, how can Inter Miami maintain the likes of an LAFC? They come to LAFC, they prove that as long as they keep leaving teams like Inter Miami on the ropes with a player like Lionel Messi, things work out, but they have to be healthy. And you have to defend now. We know that teams are going to figure this team out. They're going to figure Inter Miami out. They're going to figure Tata Martino out, and maybe won't figure out to an extent Leo Messi, but do everything they can to limit how he impacts the game. Defensively, if you're going to do anything in this league, is what you need to do first.
Herc, since you mentioned health, of course we know Facundo Farias tore his ACL. That's a long-term injury. We also now getting word Benjamin Kramaski is out with a sports hernia injury. Sounds like he's not going to be available for selection for at least 2 to 3 months, Herc. That's a big loss for Inter Miami, isn't it? Perhaps not as big as Farias, but significant.
Well, I would argue Facundo Farias is a massive loss, and Kramaski is a loss as well, because we spoke about the age of these players, like a Messi, like a Suarez, like a Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets, and who's supposed to run for these guys? The guys who just right now are out injured, Facundo Farias and Benjamin Kramaski. So it's a massive blow, especially in a salary cap league. It's not that easy to just go out and replace these players.
There you have it. Inter Miami, 3 games into their preseason, still, Herc, shockingly, with this superstar team, yet to win a game. But it's preseason. They got plenty of time, Tata Martino and company, to figure things out.